Hello beautiful souls, welcome to our fashionably late Leo season pick a card reading. I have some very interesting things to share with you today, so let the magic begin. So welcome to Leo season, or actually you've probably already started it by the time I release this video, in which case, how are you enjoying Leo season? Is it fulfilling all of your dreams? Cancer season was obviously very emotional, very moving. I don't know about you, but I was crying every minute. Whereas Leo season is all about you being that girl boss or boy boss or whatever boss, right? That you feel you need to be to go out and step into the world and share your creativity and share your energy, because Leo just has a really sunny energy. It is ruled by the sun, it's the ruler of the 5th house, and it is our fixed sign for fire, so can be a little bit stuck in its ways or a bit too focused and rigid on something, which sometimes can stop that creative element, which is what Leo is so good at. So today I have cards for you from the Tarot Cards of Modern Goddesses, which I've just recently unboxed, but you'll probably see that after this video, so definitely make sure you check that out. I'll put the link in the description. And we also are using our sacred self-care cards as well, because I feel like what could you need more than self-care for Leo season, right? So let's just dive straight in. I just invite you to close your eyes, tune into yourself for a moment, and just ask yourself, what do I need to be reminded of this Leo season? What needs to come forth in my journey and hold space for me, or me to hold space for myself? What do I need to know in this moment? And when you're ready, just opening your eyes and just choosing either from card pile 1 on the left or card pile 2 on the right, and just taking a moment to just tune into whichever one feels most aligned, most right for you. Trust your gut with this. So if you chose card pile 1, then you chose the devil as your main theme. And I know what you're thinking, that's not great, that's all about temptation and, you know, staying away from things. But actually, I feel like there's a lot of power behind this card. So this is from the Tarot of Modern Goddesses. I really love this. Firstly, this is connected to a goddess. This is Balbo, I hope I'm saying that correctly. And she's apparently a Greek goddess with a face on her tummy, which is pretty cool. And what I get from this card is a lot of power. Firstly, you can see she's broken this chain here, and what the message of this is saying is you have free will. Yes, there is temptation out there, but you don't have to be shackled to it. You don't have to stick to it. And I feel like what's really coming through is this element of mindset. So maybe you've been stuck in this rigid or outdated or just negative or toxic or just unserving mindset or belief system that you've had. And maybe it's been quite strict and quite rigid, right? We're in that fixed season. And this card is just inviting you to come outside of that, to break free from that. And the message of this is you have free will. You can choose to change something for yourself whenever you want to, okay? Nobody can stop you from deciding to be a certain way or to think a certain way, right? If you want to think a certain way, that is down to you. If you want to believe something, that is down to you, right? I can't make you believe something. You can't make someone else believe something, but you can make yourself believe something. So I feel like this card is really bringing a level of empowerment for you with this season, and instead of this being like a negative or heavy card, I feel like this is quite positive. I feel like this is inviting you to see where you can bring your own empowerment through breaking free from some chains of something that isn't serving you, something that's holding you back, okay? And it's interesting because I'm filming this just as we're about to come into a full moon as well, so that element of release, breaking free, starting afresh is really coming through quite strongly with this card. And what I really like and what came through as your self-care card was watch a movie. And I know at first you're like, well, how does that relate to empowerment? But firstly, it doesn't have to be a movie. It could be a documentary or something, right? I mean, honestly, what really came up for me is Barbie. I was like, have you seen the new Barbie movie? Maybe go watch that. But if not, then pick a documentary or pick, I don't know, a real life story or something that just feels like it could really empower you. Maybe it's something you've put off watching, maybe because you just don't want to go on your own, or maybe you're like, oh, I don't have time to watch that, it's 3 hours long. But this is really encouraging you to do that. Now that could be because you need to break free from something, or it could just be that it's time for you to have just a bit of you time, like what's going to make you feel good. We very often watch films with other people, right? Because we feel like A, it's a social thing, and B, we might feel a little bit shy or a little bit awkward going to the cinema on our own. And I feel like this is an invitation to do something on your own, right? We've got that real girl boss energy coming through with Leo season. So the invitation is to kind of break free of something. So maybe that mindset is like, oh, I have to do something with people. I can't do things on my own. So this is an invitation. Literally, it's like, here's your golden invitation, your golden ticket. Go and see a film on your own. Go and watch a documentary on your own. Maybe just start at home if that is something that feels good for you. But don't forget that you do have the power to do that, okay? You're being reminded by this card that even though your ego or whatever might be saying to you, oh my God, you can't do that on your own, or you can't go and see that. This is literally saying, but you can. Like, look at how much power is in there. She's sitting with her legs open. She's got this really cool outfit on. She's looking confident. She's looking fierce. She's not feeling held back by anything. There's nothing that's saying to me that she's given into temptation or she's let herself down. So you're not going to do that either, right? You have to believe in yourself this Leo season and do something that helps you to break free of some kind of mindset, some kind of belief system that's been holding you back from doing things, even as simple as watching a movie. So I think this is an exciting season for you, card pile 1. I think you can go out and enjoy yourself and see how you can challenge yourself positively to do something that you maybe haven't done before, or that you've put off doing, or think a different way, right? Try a different way of doing things, because I feel like that's going to bring a lot of power and empowerment to you this season. So if you chose card pile 2, then you chose the 4 of Swords as your main theme for Leo season. And what's really interesting about this is, obviously initially with Swords, they can feel quite heavy energy, right? It is quite dynamic and, you know, very jabby is what I want to say. I don't know why. Even with this image, you know, she's lying on the bed, she's got the swords pointing down towards her with the blade. It's not as if they're the other way. It might feel more empowering if they were facing the other way. But actually, this is really saying it's a time of rest and recuperation. So for some people, they're going to be out there, they're going to be getting their goals done in Leo season. For you, this is just a time to relax, to take a step back and just chill for a bit, okay? Maybe Cancer season was a bit heavy for you, or maybe you've been doing a lot of healing and maybe you just need a little bit of a break, a little bit of a time out, okay? And this card is inviting you to do that in this Leo season. And what I love that came through as your second card with the self-care card is use your hands. Now you can see in this image, she is doing some kind of pottery. You don't have to do that, you can do something else, but it's inviting you to do something that's physically good for you, right? You know, like when you do gardening and you touch the earth, the soil is really good for you. It releases happy, I don't know, something, chemicals or whatever, I don't know. You know, when you go to like a dance class or when you do something creative, it's fun, right? And Leo season is all about creativity, so this could not be more aligned for you. So it's basically saying, like, take a time out from anything that feels quite heavy or quite intense or just something that's maybe just not that much fun, and find something fun that you can do. Like, literally be creative in Leo season, which I think is so lovely. So see if there's a class nearby, and if there isn't, then just go to a local store and get some bits and do some crafty stuff yourself. And you can invite some friends to do that with you, or you can do that on your own if you want to. It's entirely up to you, because Leo season is meant to be this empowered lion, right? You know, that it doesn't need others, it can do it on its own. But at the same time, if you want others, if you want to share that fun with others, why not? Why not share your creativity? So maybe get some friends together, or some family, or whoever you feel aligned with, and just invite them to come and do something silly and fun with you. Like maybe it's a make your own pasta night together, or make your own pizzas, or maybe it is going to a pottery class, maybe it's going to an art class, and maybe you never go to that class again, right, for whatever reason. But at the same time, did you have fun in the moment? Because that's really all that matters. So I think just chill, relax, have some fun, be creative, be silly, let yourself connect with that inner child and just innocently enjoy pure joy that you get from creating this Leo season. Let me know how the readings resonate with you in the comments below. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in next week's video. Right, so let me know how those readings double check on that, but there's something at the releases. And what I love that came through as your second card for self-care, maybe come on internet. I can never remember if this is a fixed sign. Is this a fixed sign? Yeah, it must be, because I think Sagittarius is mutable. Yes, it is. I don't know why I like crossing my legs, but I do.